What's up guys, Johnny from TechSpace, and excuse me if I sound a little bit weird, I am a little bit sick. We are here today to check out the brand new release from Rlaarlo. This is the XTS-F10 Carbon Fiber Edition based on the Valentino Rossi Rally Car, the Doctor, and hence that's the reason why I've put the Doctor color scheme on the thumbnail. Now, before we talk more about the car, I just want to show you guys what we're going to do here today. We are going to speed test this RC car, and I want to see how fast it is around this beautiful velodrome. The batteries that we are going to be used for the speed test today is a 2200 mAh 120C discharge rate 2S Lipo battery, just to see what a 2S battery with a high discharge rate will actually do to the speed. Then we are going to use the stock Lipo battery, the 2200 mAh 3S 35C discharge rate battery, just to see what it is going to do out of the box. Then we're also going to put in a 2200 mAh 3S 120C discharge rate battery to see if there's any differences between these batteries. And then I am going to install a 4S capable ESC. This is a 100 amp ESC from Rocket RC, brand new. I'm going to install this into this car to see how fast it will go on 4S. Now this is a 2300 mAh 130C discharge rate 4S battery, and that's really going to be interesting to see if this stock motor will be able to handle this 4S power. Now at the end of the video, I'm going to show a table with all of the batteries and also the top speeds that it achieved. I'm not going to go into too much technical detail about this car. I would recommend going to see Kenny down at Do RC if you really want to see the integral technical specs of this vehicle, and I will also obviously link it in the description down below. Now if you look at the controller, I am really impressed with this, and I would definitely suggest Rlaarlo, if you're watching and you're listening to this, please keep this controller on all of your cars going forward. This is a fantastic controller, easy to use, and there is multiple functions on it. It really does feel like a good quality. It does have a plastic wheel on the controller, but it still does feel fantastic. And there you can see it's a 6-channel. You've got a couple of buttons there that obviously controls the lights, etc. And then there is your gyro. So you can adjust your gyro on that little button there. Now, it's a very good controller. They reckon it can go 350 meters. Rlaarlo, keep this one on with all of your cars. I like this one more than the digital one you had with the Omni Terminator. I'm quickly going to open it up, and then I'm going to show you guys the chassis. Clipless body system. Now, I have to give Rlaarlo credit for using a clipless body system, but I have not been able to actually get this thing loose without looking at the bottom of the car, which I might just, it looks like I finally figured it out. I have actually now done it for the first time. It just feels like there we go. It's the front part that's really the difficult, because the foam protector that's on the front bumper here is so stiff against the body. It's really difficult to get it off. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly put you guys on the tripod, and I'm going to open it up. Okay, there we go. So just have to pull the body a little bit forward for it to go. The foam bumper here is really close to the body there. So the body is on a hinge system, and it's just held on by 2 screws there. Now if you need to work on the car and you want to take off the body, it's just 2 little screws there and there. Now the wiring inside of the body is done beautifully. As you can see, high quality there. Now the wind is blowing a little bit, so you can see how the body is moving. So it's not the best hinge system, but I really haven't seen great hinge systems in the RC world. And anyway, now looking at the chassis, there you can see the wheels. They are really nice foam. They are grippy. They are hard, but still you can feel that there is going to be good grip. I think especially on this surface, it's going to perform really, really well. The 60 amp ESC. Now I do not know if this is going to cause limitations for the batteries that I've got, but we'll have to see. If that's the case, I believe the 100 amp ESC is going to rectify that. Now look how beautifully Rlaarlo listens to their clients or their customers. They actually put a mount on top of the center brace here for us to put a ESC on if we want to use the total length of the battery tray. How good is that? So you can just mount it on there, guys, and you are good to go. Really, really good. Now this is, as you can see, based on the version 3 of the Omni Terminator chassis, quote unquote. Now the reason why I'm saying that is because this chassis design started on the Omni Terminator, a car that I really love a lot. I think that a lot of the aluminium parts that is actually compatible on the Omni Terminator will be able to fit on this vehicle as well. You've got your mini servo in there, and there's your motor, guys. It's got a fan with a aluminium heatsink as well. Now one thing that I have noticed, I don't know if you guys can see it in there, but there's a small little gap between where the spur and the pinion is protected. Now there's a little casing there, but that casing does not actually go to the bottom of the chassis, and that allows a small little gap in between there. You've got your coil over adjustable aluminium shocks, and they are beautiful with the 75 aluminium tower braces or shock towers there. These shocks do look really beefy, and as you can see, the suspension is beautiful, guys. It is really good. You've got nice little bumpers here protecting it. That's obviously where the body clips in through that little holes there, and then you just twist it. Now let's start doing the first speed run, and that's going to be with the 2S battery. First up is the 2S 120C battery from G&B. There you can see the gyro is working. So first up is the 2S battery. Let's just see that the GPS is measuring speed. Looks like it. Yep. So it is in kilometers per hour, so I'll just put that back into miles per hour. So let's go. Okay, so yeah, it's not looking too bad on 2S. Get back. You see that the gyro is too much. You see how it's shaking? Okay, I'm just going to quickly adjust that for less GPS. Okay, that's much better. Okay, I'm going to give it a second run just to see if it makes a difference. Going to give each battery 2 laps. Very stable car. Let's bring it back. And 46.6 kilometers per hour, and that is what it is on miles per hour, and that is on the 2S 120C discharge rate battery. Okay, let's go for the stock 3S battery. The stock 3S battery is installed. GPS is zeroed out. So the 3S stock battery. See if it's measuring speed. Yep. Okay, let's go. 2 laps. Significantly faster for sure. Very stable. It looks so good. Such a beautiful car. Easy to control. Let's bring it back. .4 kilometers per hour, and that's what it is on miles per hour. Okay, so let's go through for the high discharge rate 3S battery. I've installed the high discharge rate 3S battery. Does feel like it's a little bit thicker than the stock one. Zeroed out the GPS. Okay, as you can see, the GPS is working. Okay, 2 laps, high discharge rate battery. Let's go. Wow. Does feel faster for sure. can't believe how easy this thing is to control. First rollover. $68.6. That can't be. Slower than the original battery. How does that work? Now that doesn't make any sense to me. What trickery is Rlaarlo doing with their stock batteries? Okay, so next up, 4S. I went home and I installed the Rocket RC 100 amp ESC, and let's give Rlaarlo credit for listening to the viewers, putting on this mounting plate for an ESC. Now what I'm going to use it for, which is brilliant, is I've actually installed it onto that mounting plate for the ESC, but I've left the stock ESC in because I still want to go film a dirt run video of this vehicle. So what I'm going to do is, after I've done with that, I'm just going to pull this ESC off, and I'm just going to put the motor wires back into the stock ESC. Now this is absolutely brilliant. Now I know it doesn't look very well, but it doesn't matter. I just want to run it on 4S and see what the difference is. Now I am going to just preload the tension on the shocks a little bit to accommodate the extra weight that's going to be on the vehicle with the additional ESC and the heavy 4S battery as well. I've now got the 4S battery installed. GPS is zeroed out. See if it's measuring speed. Yes, it is. Okay, so this is the 4S speed run. Let's go. Just going to ease into it. Jeez. Wow. Look at it go, guys. Incredible. Check it out. Wow. Jeez. That is flying, guys. Wow, check it out. Jeez. Wow. Jeez. What do you guys reckon did we get? Oh, that was so fast on 4S. Wow. 86.7 kilometers per hour, guys. 86.7 kilometers per hour. Now running it on 4S, look at all of the tire dust inside of the chassis. Real incredible. There's so much tire dust. But the tires are holding up nicely, I must say. This tire, you can see, looks like it is getting eaten up a little bit. But wow, what a great vehicle. All of this tire dust, I'm just going to have to spray it out. Look at there. Now with me running that FPV camera at the back, you can see how it chewed up the body here on the side walls of the rear tire, and also obviously as it was angled upwards, you could see it on the left hand side of the car here, and there you can see on the left and rear side of the car it's really chewed in there, guys. But yeah, it's just because of the squat, and obviously with the extra weight of the battery, the extra ESC without removing the old one, and also the FPV camera at the back, it really pushed it down at the back, and that's why you saw that. And I just realized now that I didn't put the light clip for the lighting system back, and yeah, that's why you guys didn't see any lights. But yeah, obviously because it is really bright today, it really didn't make a difference. I'm pretty sure you guys will see how that looks on some of the other videos from the other influencers. But yeah, guys, I'm impressed. I'm really happy with how it went on 4S. What a fantastic vehicle. Rlaarlo, keep on with this platform. It's a fantastic platform. I really enjoy this. What an absolute tank of a car. I'm so impressed with it. Really impressive. It's such a good platform. It's so stable. It just drifts like a crazy beast. I think it's going to chew up tires on 4S especially, but it is such a really well balanced car. It handles so well. I can't believe how easy it was to handle it around this track. It loves 4S. I would probably buy a roller version and just put a 4S power system in it and just really enjoy it. Look, I think it might be too much for off-road, to be honest. I think 4S is just going to be too much for off-road, so that's why I'm just going to take the 4S ESC out and run it on the stock one for off-road. But I'm really impressed, guys. Well done, Rlaarlo. What a way to celebrate your 3rd birthday. Well done. And that concludes the speed testing of this brilliant car from Rlaarlo, guys, the XTS-F10 Carbon Edition. Now remember, they do sell a metal version as well, which has got a higher kV motor but a slightly smaller amp ESC at 45, and then they also sell the roller version where you can paint the body and you can also put in any electronics that you want. Now remember, all of the speed testing that was done here today was done with the stock pinion. Now I tried to get the stock pinion out last night, but it takes a 1.5mm hex and I stripped it immediately. So I couldn't put in the speed pinion gear that comes with the car in the box. If you like this video, please give it a like, and also if you have not done so yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm John from TechSpace, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.